Peace. Until your next parallel journey, may you be guided in wealth, enriching thoughts, and a quicker way to accumulate all of your dreams and to manifest everything into a reality fast. Baba Kalindi, my father Joseph, my baby brother Shamir, my sis Chikesha, my best friend Griff, my good brother Malachi, my good friend Eugene, Dr. Wayne Robinson, aka Dr. Digger Z, Dr. Hazel, metaphysical genius, look him up. Nipsey Hussle, Emmett Till, Trayvon Martin, all of us are fallen warriors. May your next journey, may you achieve greatness quick, with protection and guidance and supreme wealth. Got that crystal with me today. I just got done eating some gluten-free pizza, so I'm a little greasy. So, all right, let me see something. Okay. Okay. So, Leangelo, Ball, Gelo. Yo, I'm telling y'all, see, what's happening is he's bringing back the love of basketball. I told y'all, I used to go to sleep with my ball. My first ball, see, my mom started that, you know what I'm saying? There was a my mom, she was dating a guy that she met, you know, like a pen pal. He was in Rahway Prison in New Jersey, Rahway Prison, Rahway State Prison. I told y'all before, his name was Clyde Wilson, Uganda, AKA Uganda. I love and respect that man, you know what I'm saying? Taught me warrior status. But the thing was, when she brought me there, you know, I guess because she didn't want to be in the area by herself, so she brought me there. It probably wasn't her best decision, but, you know, hey, some things happen, everything happens for a reason, and it got us up to this point right here. So, as I'm going to this prison with her every single weekend, I'm looking around like, what the hell is going on? They had these type of conjugal visits that was happening on the side of the wall. After everything was said and done, they would bring the ladies would come with a skirt, and they would be on the side of the wall creating new life. This is reality for Rahway State Prison. So the thing that happened was I developed a love for basketball. Somehow, I was good at it. I just had a natural talent, and I learned from playing with the inmate's son. All the inmates, their children, would be in the basketball area. We would all play ball. because you used to be able to, you could buy food, you can do all of that. So that's just what was happening. So I learned my love of basketball from Rawway State Prison. I made the best of what I thought was a bad situation. Going to this prison, looking at all these murderers, looking crazy, screw-faced at me. So we moved, and I had a basketball court in my backyard. Well, not my backyard, but it's like the project area. You had, well, it's like the apartment area. It was like, yeah, well, you know, it was a basketball court there. It wasn't no net up there. It was just a basketball court that I never paid attention to until I started playing basketball at Rawway State Prison. So I started getting good, playing with the prisoners' sons. You know, their dad been in and out this system forever. I don't have a dad that was in the system at that time. I mean, my dad was in prison, but you know what I'm saying? I didn't know. My mom told me he was dead my whole life. So I grew up thinking that my father was dead. I didn't know he was still alive. I met my father when I turned 30. So I developed this love, and I promise you, it was like, no matter what was going on in my life, being raised in Camden, when we moved to Camden, Camden had made the Time magazine as the worst city in the nation. Camden, New Jersey. The murder rate was ridiculous. It was deemed as the worst city in the nation. So my mom moved us there, and we ended up going straight to Volunteers of America, which is a shelter for battered and abused women. So I took the opportunity to learn life the hard way. The hard way. So the thing that people have to understand is that once I found basketball, I found life. After being so miserable, I found life, and I developed a love and admiration for basketball. So going to Rawway State Prison, teaching myself how to play basketball and becoming very good in prison. Because if you can play with the prisoners' sons, you can play with anybody, because those same guys that's in prison raised those boys or had those children around them. So it was like the roughest of the roughest. So they taught me how to do my thing. And then I started dunking. It was crazy. It got to the point where I was looking forward to going to the prison. Now, whether that was a good thing or a bad thing, it remains to be seen. But the psychological effects, still, I had that outlet. So we get back, and after maybe like, I guess my mom seen me a few times, and she's like, you know? So I'm like, I think you're pretty good over there. And that was the only thing my mother ever said about basketball that point on. My mom never came to a game. My mom never did anything. But you know what she did? She did not have an abortion with me, so I love you. So if my mom would have came to a basketball game, all she had to do was come to one. If she would have came to one basketball game, I definitely would have went to the NBA. You know what I'm saying? Because I can just imagine what it feels like to look into the stand and see your people. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to the people that got it. Shout out to the people that, well, you know what? No shout out to the people that don't appreciate the family that do go to see them play ball. Some of y'all cats is like spoiled, you know what I'm saying? You got a parent, a dad, a stepdad you may even have, or a stepmom you may have, She may come to your games and you taking that shit for granted. Anything that a person does and a real parent is not doing it, man, that's divine right there. Coming to see you participate in sports, that's divine right there. So if I would have had it, oh my goodness, I would do, man, to let her see me and she would be proud of me doing it. I was like, oh my goodness, boy, look. So with all that being said, I had a love affair with basketball. Me and basketball was one. So my mother bought me a red, white, and blue rubber basketball. Why did she do that? That ball came from Bradley's. I don't even know if it's a Bradley's even on this earth anymore, but in Camden in the 80s it was. She bought me that red, white, and blue basketball. And my mama, oh my God. When I took that red, white, and blue basketball to the court, it was like the equivalent to a person having cataracts on their eyes. And then finally, after all these years, the cataracts are removed. And then it was a whole world opened up. So I love and respect basketball to the fullest. And Gelo, I see that same in his eyes. I see it, I feel it from the psychic connection that I have because who I am. But that energy, that energy is uncoachable. It just has to be like growing inside of a person already. And he has that gift because he hustles. You hustle on the court when you care about the game. When you care. When you love the game, you hustle. You don't have to be told to hustle. You don't have to be told to keep your hands up. You don't have to be told, get the ball, stop ball, stop ball, stop ball, stop ball. You don't gotta be told that because you hustle because you love the game. If I had $1 for every time I heard Gelo say, I just love the game, I love basketball, I would be a billionaire. Because that's what people, you don't hear them saying it. They got away from it. Remember, everything right now is the brand. The NBA took the love away and made it the brand. So everybody's concerned with the brand, branding themselves. In fraternities, they brand you. Cattle gets branded. Slaves used to get branded so that because they were considered cattle. Slaves were considered cattle, so they didn't want to confuse the cattle with somebody else. So when you got branded, they know that you was Jefferson's slave. You know what I'm saying? Because you got branded. So they searching for that brand now in the NBA. They all branding themselves. My brand, this is my brand, my brand, my brand, my brand. So the reporter was like, Melo, what you think about when the fans was cheering your name? You know, what you think about that? Gelo, 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 Gelo. He was like, look, man, all that's good, but I don't pay attention. You know what I'm saying? I'm not really, you know what I'm saying? That's not my thing. The fans is not my thing. Man, that's a baller. When you unaffected by the fans, because you know the fans could turn on you quick. That means that you are not including the fans. You just like, you're including the fans. Don't get it misconstrued. You including the fans, but in your mindset, you like, listen, when I'm on the court practicing, when I'm running up and down doing suicides and barely could breathe, out of breath. The fans are not there. The fans not there while you shooting 10,000 jumpers. The fans ain't there in the weight room. So he completely took it out. Like, listen, you know, that's cool, but, you know, I come to ball. I love basketball. What? Dude, man, are you witnessing what's unfolding in front of you? And that's why the worm, Dennis Rodman, you know what I'm saying? He used to be my people's, man. I off court, I didn't care for his antics, but on court, that hustle, I respected it. But when he talked slick about LiAngelo, saying that Gelo wasn't gonna amount to anything and he wouldn't make the league, I was like, man, you the last one that should be talking, you know what I'm saying? You the last one that should be talking, but you know, it's just that, you know, I don't take none of his rings away from him, but, you know, keep your opinion to yourself if you don't got nothing positive to say about somebody that has a small pattern of your game, your hustle. Remember, Dennis was known for that parallel place where he was frozen by the camera, diving for the ball, where he was exactly parallel. And it was the deepest thing that people have seen, like, wow. He was flying, like he was Superman. But when he said that about Gelo, I'm like, how you on? You can't deal with the expectations of another man, you know what I'm saying? So he just really made himself look extra weird, like he always do. But people gonna find out that nobody's perfect, so I don't want the pressure to be on Gelo. It's just that he's bringing grit, hustle, tenacity. He's bringing that tenaciousness back to the hardwood floor. Good old basketball is back. Good old basketball is back. Hustling for offensive rebounds is back. I don't care what type of handle you got as a guard. You are gonna have to start keeping that elbow out, because guess what? I guarantee y'all this. Gelo is going to make the All-Star team. He's going to win Rookie of the Year. And primarily because of his defense. The offense is good. He's a workhorse. He's a student of the game. He respects basketball, and basketball knows it because basketball respects him. So his defense, watch, he's gonna get so many defensive titles that it's gonna be crazy. Defensive Player of the Year. The offensive side is gonna be nice. But the things that the stat sheets don't fill up will be his specialty. And to drop 60, I want to see him contend for some scoring titles. But I don't want to put that pressure on him, because I realize a couple people, you know what I mean, they don't want the pressure to be put on them. But it's good because, remember, he coming from the reality of being pure nature. So my brother could take it, you feel me? So I'm just saying, the things that he does, getting the offensive rebounds, not giving up on a play, those things ignite a team. Those things ignite a franchise. They ignite a city. They win championships. You can't win a championship without somebody on a team that fills up the stat sheets and the things that the stats don't give you credit for. You can't win a championship without it. You gotta have that person that does everything, that person in on everything. And that's what he is, man. He's in on everything. The way they moved that ball the other day, it looked like something from like John Thompson. It just, the ball movement and the ball, it was just swift, bang, bang, just moving. And it ended up in Gelo hand. He drained the three from the side. That's when you're playing in sync with the team. That's when you know that basketball respects you. Some people say, you know what I'm saying, basketball is my life. It's a difference between basketball respecting you. Basketball respects Gelo. It respects him. Basketball respects Gelo. So I know that the Lakers are stacking up some type of super team, but it's like that old saying. You could have one drop of ink, black ink, and it could turn a whole bowl of white milk black. Or you could have a whole black bowl of ink, and you could drop one drop of white inside of it, and it won't do anything but dissolve, and you'll never even know anything dropped inside of it. My thing is this: because of a condition placed on us through slavery, when certain people gravitate to something that they love, you are going to watch greatness unfold. And in Gelo, you are going to see the personification of a blue-collar worker that came to get the job done. So when teams think of passing up on Gelo, when they say, nah, he doesn't deserve a huge contract, you have to remember this man is a man that is going to infect the entire franchise with his hard work, with his tenacious work. Look into a man's eyes, you gonna see his soul rise. At McDonald's flipping fries. What's wrong with all these fucking guys? The truth is in my heart. It didn't happen late, it was from the start. Talk slick about him, no debate. We gonna make it, we don't care to hate. We working hard. It ain't up for debate. Put me in your system, let the system quake. I'm from a real small city, muscles on fleek. I don't care what you say about me. I got a deaf ear to cats that wanna run their mouth. I'm so strong where I come from, that life I'm about. I never been the one to be a fake cat. I know you could relate, black. Salute to the warrior Gelo on the court, hardwood, he's a fellow baller. He's a baller. We ain't had a baller like him in oh so long. So right now you are listening to the Gelo song. He's a baller. He's a baller. Put your G's in the air. This I solemnly swear. On that court, you gon' see Gelo flying through the air. On defense, he's smacking the hardwood both hands. On defense, he's slapping the hardwood with both hands. On defense, he's slapping the hardwood with both hands.